Hi everyone, today we're going to be making a fireplace for one of my rooms for my dolls. I'm still trying to get this. I've recorded so many projects, but they just don't come out right. The angles, I honestly do not know how people do it. So I'm going to try this side. Let's see if this works. See if this helps. First, I used a foam board. I used one. I got it at Dollar Tree. That's my favorite place to get foam board. It's only $1. So I cut out a piece that is 8 by 12 because that's how tall my rooms are usually. So that's how I cut it. Inside, I left 1.5 inches from each side, and then I made an opening that is 5 by 5. And that's what you're gonna need. You need one of these pieces. If you want to put it back, then you cut one again without the hole. But I'm just gonna do it like this for right now, and we'll see about that later. So we have this part, and I'm gonna set it aside. Next, you're gonna need 2 pieces that are 1.5 inches by 12. These are gonna be your sides for this. You need 2 of these. You are going to need a top that goes right here, and that is going to be 1.5 inches by 7 11/16, because we need to take away the thickness of the foam. So we need that part. On the inside, you need 2 parts that are 1.5 inches by 5 for each side right here. Also, keep the cutout that you took out because we might use it at the end. Next, you need a bottom piece, and this is my bottom piece. Is 8 by 3, and that's going to be at the bottom, and this is what's gonna hold. I also grabbed a piece of what is this, like the front of my Barbie packaging or whatever, to cover up the fireplace if I wish to do so. It's something that you don't have to. I picked up a few sticks from outside. I picked up a little bit of gravel or pebbles, if you want, from the outside of my house. We are going to be using hot glue. Please get help. If you're not an adult, get help with the hot glue gun. It's dangerous. I burn myself all the time. Hot glue sticks. We need a glue stick. We're going to be using black paint or gray, whichever one you choose to. And this is the paper that I grabbed. This is my scrapbook paper that I grabbed to use in front of the fireplace. So we have that. Another option is to do a concrete styled wash on it with different types of gray and black paint, which is also an option. And we'll see how this comes out. We're gonna start gluing this together, and let's get started. First, I am going to put glue at one of the edges all the way. The way I measure this is to go in the inside. So here we go. We are going to flip it around, and we are going to do this side. So it's just easier to do it before you put all the flaps on. And we're going to glue that in place. We are going to glue the next side. I'm going to turn it around a little so I can get the edge really good. And I can see the edge right there. And we have that there. Next, we're gonna flip it around into this side. I like to put my glue on the edge that is the flattest so it sits well. Because sometimes I do like kind of an angle when I do the cut with the X-Acto knife. And then we're going to place this one and push firmly down. If you don't have, make sure you don't have no glue like over spill. It just makes it easier when you wrap it around or paint it. It won't look that bad. And then last, we are going to do the top. For the top, I'm gonna first add a glue just to the one that's gonna be connected to the bottom, and only one side. And I will do the other side after. So I'm gonna pull a little away. This looks like the same. And the side that has glue is going to connect right there. So that's that. And then I'm gonna go in with the glue gun and go right here and try to squeeze some in there. And we have the base to the fireplace right here. Now, we can do different things. You can choose to do cardboard on the back if you're gonna have it freestanding, or you can choose to glue it to the wall on the room that you're gonna be putting it in. So this room, I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'm just going to glue the bottom and take it from there, like so. Let me adjust you a little bit. Oh. Okay, I have adjusted you a little bit so we get a better angle right here. What I'm going to do is put glue all around on the flat parts and then set it on top of this part. I'm going to try to do all this on camera. If I go out of frame for any reason, I am so sorry. I'm really trying to get this because this is what I do the most. I like to build my rooms. I'm highly inspired by Froggy. She is just amazing, and I get a lot of ideas from watching her videos. You know, like you see something and you're like, oh, but this would be cool if you kind of do this too. You know what I mean? And then you tweak it to your own liking. So I love to do that. You just press firmly, and this is what you're gonna get. I want to use this paper to cover it, and I think it will cover all around. So I'm going to give this a shot. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this yet, but we are going to figure it out together. First, I think I'm going to be this side right here and then start wrapping. So I'm gonna load my glue gun again and just go for it. Now remember, this is to have fun. Don't be scared. I really want to use the paper, but to be honest, I could always just paint it first, see what it looks like, and if I like it, I wouldn't have to use the craft paper, the scrapbook paper. But I really like the this styles of scrapbook paper. I like the finish that it might give, kind of like stone. So I'm hoping it'll be a good choice. So we have that down. Now I'm going to do it right here. Now at the front, I am not going to be using the hot glue gun. I did it at the end because I need something really good to just stay there. So I'm going to be using the glue stick. That way, if for any reason I don't like it, it'll be easier to pull off without damaging the foam board a lot. So here we go. I'm hoping I get the edges really good so this does not give me any problems later on. And then we fold in and press to wrap. If you want to put pressure on the edges to fold in nicely, and then you keep on pressing and smoothing out the paper. This is beautiful. We are going to move on to the side, and I am going to use hot glue on the side again because I just find it that it's going to give me a really crisp fold right there, and it will hold. So I need something to really get that really good, and then we are going to fold in like so and press, and continue to just press. Now if you have a little bit of ooze, remove it. Just keep pressing. I'm going to smooth out that corner a little and kind of like and I love it. So far I am loving the effect. I think it's really, really pretty. I need to cut this part off. I can always just get the knife, or you can always just fold in. So I'm going to get the X-Acto knife that for some reason is not close to me. I don't know what I was thinking, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got my X-Acto knife and I picked up this cutting pad that I use. I get these at Dollar Tree. There's 2 in a pack in the kitchen section. I just like to use them. I like to craft in my kitchen, so I don't want to go through my table. We're going to add a glue, fold, and press. And I'm going to use the glue gun on the inside to secure that fold really good. You have a nice clean edge right there. And then we're going to do the same to the other side. We're going to add glue, a good amount of glue, fold and press and smooth it out. Hot glue, load these on, and I'm going to load again right here. Put that away. Fold and secure that in there. We have this so far. Super cute. Alright, sorry about that, but we had some things going on here. So I finished it off on the back, folded it in, put hot glue. Now that extra piece that we cut out of there will be the piece that will go in here to have a backing to the fireplace. Now this is really your choice and how you wish to proceed, because there's a number of ways you can do this. I'm thinking of doing the bottom the same as the face, except for the inside. I wanted to put the pebbles or little rocks and a few sticks, so it looks like a wood burning fireplace. And I'm going to paint the inside black, and we'll see how that looks. Let's continue then. I'm going to paint this part before I glue it in, because I don't want to ruin that part. So I'm just gonna grab some paint. You can either use glossy or matte. I just happen to have the glossy one nearby, so I'm just gonna use that. And I'm just gonna pour a little bit in there and just paint it on. So it has a nice color on the back. And I can get to the edges before painting it, before gluing it. I can really get to these edges really good, and it'll look better. We are going to set that aside and let it dry. Now I'm going to cover the top and the front right here with the same scrapbook paper. So I'm just going to go around this. Place it right there and put some pressure. And I'm going to turn it and just cut. And I'm going to do the same to the top. Glue right there. I'm just gonna line it up and press. I have the top covered. Make sure the paint is dry. It looks like it is. So I'm just gonna fold out, and I'm gonna grab my X-Acto knife and just cut away the rest that is not being used. have the top done. I'll put that aside. Here we can choose to wrap it around so it has a cleaner look. A little bit of glue. And I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna fold it in. Put glue at the edge so that holds in really good. And then glue under it so whatever folds out has a good place to stick. I'm gonna press. I don't get my fingers burned, and that's what it's gonna end up looking like. Now I'm gonna start gluing the pebbles. I'm also going to paint this black first so we can make that blend in with the back real quick. And this, you don't have to be like really neat. The pebbles are going to be covering most of it, but I just want to make sure that there's a base color. There we go. So there is that part. You're gonna let that dry a little before we add the pebbles and the back. It's not completely dry, but it's pretty dry. I think it's time to get this on there. So I just placed it, and then I'm gonna get my glue gun and just add a bead of glue all around it to secure it. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because I don't want glue on the front shown, so this would be the best way, and it'll still hold it in pretty good. And this is what it's looking like as of right now, and I really do like it. I think it looks really good. I'm gonna get a few glue sticks ready because I think this is gonna need a lot of glue. And I'm gonna do it in sections to make sure that the glue doesn't dry before I'm done placing the pebbles. Make sure. Load the glue gun again into the next section. and do it again. And take out everything that was not used. I'm going to continue to put more glue. And we're going to do something and press to get some of these in there. And remove what wasn't stuck on. And then now we can just grab some and add them to where we think we need some. And this is the finished product. This is the fireplace that we are going to be adding to our future room. I am super excited. I love how it came out. I like the color a lot, and I think that I can move it from room to room, and it's very neutral. My camera did shut off, so I didn't get to finish this on camera. I finished gluing the pebbles or rocks, and then I made this little thing with just some sticks that I found outside, and you can choose to glue it on, but I'm not 100% sure. I like it with it and I like it without it, so I'm just going to leave them like that. I really like it. I'm super excited to move on to the next project and share with you, and at the end do the finished room. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like and comment down below if you are planning on making this. Would you do it this color, or do you have other ideas? I would love to know. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, dolls.